Well, we're up to race number 3 on the card, the Wild Turkey Bourbon. Give 'em the bird handicap, 1,800 metres. Time to go 2:05. Let's go back and have a look at Machino's run in the Chaff City Classic.
Becchio at the 400 leads them for home from Gumnut Guru. Oscar Wildley's a length and a half away. On the fence, Machino trying to wind up from reimbursement, then bites the dust, followed by Mega Steel. It's Becchio on the outside. Gumnut Guru bites the dust, closing rapidly though. The greys have come together. It's bites the dust. Gumnut Guru, Becchio, Machino, the fence, bites the dust, hits the lead though, and bites the dust. The Bunbury mare wins. Bites the dust, scored from either Becchio or Gumnut Guru. Machino fourth.
And there was Machino on the rail there, battling away, running fourth. And I have to admit, Marty, I thought it was a pretty disappointing fourth. From the horse, what we know this horse can produce, I think he's been pretty disappointing his last 3 starts.
Oh, without a doubt. And obviously he did hit the line fairly well late and giving every indication he's looking for ground. So that's the way they've gone with him.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he goes. Obviously his first go at 1,800 metres, but he does carry the 59.5 kilos. In saying that, he is a big horse. I don't think the weight will stop him. But to be honest, I just want to see this horse win a race at the moment. He was heavily backed last start, and they backed him like it was almost unbeatable. And I just thought he was probably entitled to pick up those horses down there and win, particularly with his weight. But he couldn't do it. And for me, at the moment, I just don't want to. I love the horse, as everyone knows, but I probably just want to see him win a race. So barrier 3. Be interesting if they try to ride him close again, or do you think they might drop him out the back again?
Look, 1,800 metres, barrier 3, pattern of the day I think is going to suggest you need to take advantage of that barrier. I'd probably rather see him to be ridden aggressively early and try and maintain a position.
If he jumps well, they probably have to make use of the draw.
You'd hate to see him strung up midfield or worse on the fence.
No, you wouldn't want that if you're on him. But it'd be interesting what punters want to do in this race. If they do they want to go to the well one more time or not? But for me, I'm happy to watch him go around. There's a few queries there for me, just how good he's going, 1,800 metres and the 59.5. But look, he's in the mix for sure. Other main chances for me are Chester Road and also Proud Hero. I think Chester Road's going. I thought his first up effort over 1,400 metres was super. I thought he got back and he really hit the line. It was a slashing effort, and I thought he was probably entitled to win last start, but they did sort of walk in that race. It was a small field. He got flushed out at the 700 metre mark, and he was about 4 and 5 wide for the rest of the trip, and he got beaten 3/4 of the length.
Bit of steward's report action there for him as well.
There was. So, look, if Peter Nucky can get him over from barrier 13, I definitely think he's a winning chance. And the other main chance in the race for me is Proud Hero. I like the horse dropping back to 1,800 metres. Had a crack at the 2,200 metres last week, and I thought he was working to the line nicely. Only concern for me is the obvious, drawn barrier 1, how this horse will handle being strung up on the fence. But being the rail going back to the inside, barrier 1 might be the place to be. So they're the 3 main chances, but go from the top as well. Striking Guru, always an each way type of chance in this type of race. Great Wall of China was a good effort last start.
Wasn't that a run?
It was, but only thing is concerned, I don't think he's won a race for about 3 years or 2.5 years. So that's
plates on too, I think.
Yep. So look, it was a good effort though. Kashar's just out of form, but the blinkers do go on.
Is there? I haven't done the form anywhere near as intently as you have at this stage, Hoopsy, but something's jumping off the page at Met Kashar. I don't know what it is.
Well, they led with him about 4 starts back, and he was able to win. Blinkers on. No speed in this race except him and Go George.
Yep.
It could be the day, Marty.
He may be a Smoky's chance in this.
He's always hot and cold. If you catch him on his day, you can definitely get him at a price. So, yes, I suppose he's got some type of chance. Henry Joseph, probably not. Pintata Prince is an improver. He was 3 wide the trip. Last start, obviously, he got scratched at the barriers before his last start as well. I think drawn 2, got a nice run. Go George, query at the trip for me, over 1,800 metres, but he will go forward, make his own luck. Royal Conquest got beaten in an Narrogin Maiden, can't have him. Silk Force, he's been up for a long time now, and probably not. Starbuck, True Comrade, look probably outclassed, but very tricky race. I think this is probably the hardest race of the day. I'm going to go for number 5, Chester Road.
On to race number 4, the Myers Fashions on the Field Trophy, 1,200 metres. Don't forget, ladies, get down here to Ascot nice and early and nominate yourself for the Fashions on the Field. That's down on the Ledger lawn. Okay, we're up to race number 4 here. Well, we've got a very exciting type on our hands. This was a win at Pinjarra. Let's have a look at the victory of Rose.
Rose begins to let down. She's coming down the middle of the track. Rose Go Buster, Cockeyed Bob. Texas against the outside rail. Rose and Cockeyed Bob. Rose, though, kicks away. Oh, she's in second gear, Rose. Rose pulls away from Tex and the tiring Cockeyed Bob. Rose, 4 for 4. Oh, she's done it brilliantly again, Rose.
And there you had it. That was just a bit of trap work there at the 1,000-metre straight there for Rose. And amazingly, she got about $2.70 on the tote. I have to admit, when I did the form, I thought she'd be going around a long in the red down there. But you know, they backed Texan, and she was out of salute. And it was normally when you come up the Pinjarra Straight, if you're on the middle of a track, you're starting to get sweaty palms because you know you want to be in the outside rail. But if you're on Rose, you just knew that she had them covered a long way out.
Yeah, you actually could see her speed in operation there.
Yeah.
Just the way she was able to cover them. I just thought, wow, this is some sort of a horse.
And obviously her win first up, that was just such an impressive victory. She missed the start by 2 or 3 lengths. She was out the back and she went past them like they were standing still. And this is a really good clash, this. We did mention it. We mentioned it just before race 2. We said some really good, promising mares come to this meeting. Be So Risky. In this race, you've got Rose and you've also got Reset Gold. She's a mare I have a really big opinion of. She had 6 starts last campaign. She won 3 of them. She ran really good seconds in the other 3 occasions. And her recent trial behind Al Machino, well, I go through all the trials and I gave her 5 ticks. I thought it was just an outstanding trial. She got back in it and she was just jogging to the line. And I have to admit, I don't mind her in this race. I think drawing 4 is a big advantage. I'm not sure drawing 1 is a great advantage for Rose. If she sort of misses the kick and she gets 3 back on the fence, she could be in a little bit of trouble. But in saying that, if Kirill can get some clear room, Rose is going to be awfully hard to hold out. But Reset Gold, drawn 4. If she can jump with them, posse up, Whitfield 1 off, I think she'll be extremely hard to hold out in this race. And I looked at the player markets earlier. I think they've marked them about $3.30. Take your pick, each for 2, Reset Gold and Rose, the 2 promising mares in the race. So really good clash. But looking at the rest of this field, there's a bit of depth to it.
It's a great field. And when you think the Matchmaker Stakes in a couple of weeks, they get out to 1,400.
Yep.
It could be take 2. So looking forward to watching this unfold over 1,200 metres.
Yeah, and let's hope some of these other mares butter up in it, because this is the rest of these mares in this race are really good, well-credentialed mares, and they're suited in this type of grade. El Choisi, we know she's a hot and cold mare, but her run at Geraldton was excellent. She got back, she showed her customary really good, strong, powerful finish, and look, she's definitely in the mix. Even a Star's first up. Trial was okay. She got beaten at 3.5 lengths to Barrackey. She wasn't asked for too much, and we know that she did race in some of the better mares races last preparation. Definitely. And she'll go forward. She'll make her own luck. Kim Classic was good, did go forward and probably lead and dictated, but ran well. She's definitely in the mix. Pillow Time was excellent first up at big odds, getting obviously beaten by Rafferty, who looks immoral in the first. So
she was good though. Pillow Time was a good effort.
She was really good, and her trial was excellent as well. Yeah. And she does have a terrific second up card. Only question mark for me is drawn barrier 9 with Mitchell Pateman taking the ride. Does she end up getting posted 3 wide? But she's around the mark. Infinite Star probably not. Probably needs another couple of runs. Silver Onum's a bit of a non-winner. Feline's probably the big improver.
Big Stewards report, massive.
Oh, it just got flattened, KO'd last start. Good pick-up mount from William Pike, and Alyssa Grace hasn't started for 72 weeks, but she's a pretty good mare on her day, and her recent trial was really good as well. So a lot of depth to this field, but I like the 2 mares down the bottom. I think they're both promising horses. They're both going places, and look, trying to separate them, I'm going to go for number 9, Reset Gold, just on the basis that she's drawn off the fence, and I think she might have the last crack at him in the straight.